Hello, I'm Cam Johnson, Public Affairs Manager for Cox Communications, and I'd like to welcome you to the November episode of Across the Gulf Coast. Well, as always, we've got a great show in store for you this month. We're going to take a look at several events taking place across the Gulf Coast. The first of which is no stranger to the show. We are going to be joined by Sinfonia, and they're going to talk to us about their upcoming season and all the other fun activities they have. And joining me are Demetrius Fuller and Elaine Tucker from Sinfonia. Thank you both so much for being my guests today.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely, and welcome back to the show. I know we've had y'all on a couple times, and it's always fun to catch up and kind of see what you guys have going on for the season. So I appreciate you coming back on. So let's start there, Demetrius. What do you guys have in store for everybody this season?
Well, we're well into our 11th season of Sinfonia, and the next event that we have coming up is the Manhattan Transfer on December 16th. They're a 10-time Grammy Award-winning ensemble that have been inducted to the Vocal Music Hall of Fame. I think they're pretty much household name at this point. They've been together for almost 40 years, and they are just incredible. And we are selling tickets like crazy, so don't miss out the opportunity to purchase to this great ensemble performing live with Sinfonia on December 16th at Destiny Worship Center. And then we have two more exciting concerts for the main season. January 20th is called Musical Time Travel, and we have violinist Jennifer Coe, who is the Musical America's Instrumentalist of the Year for 2016. She'll also be performing for our kids' concerts that morning, a project called Paint the Music, and we have about 2,200 kids that'll show up for the morning concerts.
Oh, wow.
And it's a project that they get to paint what they hear with musical excerpts that we send to them in advance. And so they arrive to the venue, they get to look at all the pictures that their colleagues in 3rd through 8th grade have painted on the paper as a great musical interpretation.
And that's really neat.
It's a really fun program. It's really cool to see the kids, their faces and expressions, and how they relate to everything that's going on with the music and the art. And of course, they get to hear the orchestra live, which is a huge experience for some of them who have, in many cases, never been to a live symphony orchestra performance. So we usually have about 2,000 to 2,200 kids that get to experience that, and then at the evening performance, all the adults get to see the artwork as well. So it's always a fun collaboration to get that together.
Yeah, that sounds like a great.
And
that's in January.
Yeah, January 20th, also at Destiny Worship Center, and then. That Wascally Rabbit joins us on March 25th in Bugs Bunny at the Symphony, which has been performed all over the world for now 26 years. They celebrated their 25th anniversary last year. George Doherty created it, and he's won an Emmy and a Tony and all sorts of awards for this. And it's basically large screens over the orchestra with all of your favorite Bugs Bunny and Looney Tunes characters acting it out on top of the orchestra, which plays live to all those great soundtracks.
That is a very interesting concept.
So it's fun. We did something similar with Pixar several years ago with Disney's Pixar, and it was a huge success. It's a great concert for all ages, really. Everybody knows Bugs Bunny, and it's really fun to incorporate the kids, the education aspect of it, in addition to, kids at heart who come and enjoy the concert. So that'll be on March 25th at the Emerald Coast Convention Center.
Okay. So if somebody wants tickets to one or all of these, how can they go about doing that?
Well, we are now offering a 3-pack. So if you would like to see all the performances, the December, January, and March, we're offering that for $120 per ticket per 3-pack. And that's available at sinfoniagulfcoast.org, or you can call the box office at 850-460-8800.
Okay. So those are your shows that you have, but you also have another event coming up. And Elaine, I'm going to ask you about this one, the Wine, Women, and Shoes event.
Yes.
It's an annual event that you guys have, but it's always something new and exciting each year. So tell me about the 2017 version of Wine, Women,
Well,
and
this
Shoes.
is our 5th year. And we always try to make it new and exciting every year and change it up a little bit. So this year we will be unveiling our theme. So I have to kind of keep it a secret for a little bit. We'll be having an unveiling event. So, but this year it's going to be lots of wonderful, wonderful wine. We're so lucky to have partners in the wine world that donate their wine so that we can raise money through this great event. And Demetrius works directly with these vintners, and you might want to talk a little bit about what we're doing with partnering with the vintners too.
Sure. Wine Women's Shoes has been a great event for us. The proceeds benefit Sinfonia, but mainly they benefit our music education programs and initiatives throughout Okaloosa and Walton counties. And over the last 4 years, that single event has enabled us to increase our capacity in both counties by almost 400%.
Wow.
A prime example of that is our last April of 2016 Link Up concert in conjunction with Carnegie Hall. We had 2,600 third through fifth graders in Okaloosa and Walton County show up. They had their recorders. They played live with the orchestra.
Oh, wow.
Sounded beautiful.
It was
And,
That's pretty neat.
And it was just a remarkable experience. And so Wine Women's Shoes is the sole reason that we are able to do programs like this and expose kids and impact kids with music and music education and the arts, which is not happening as much in the school system.
Yeah, that's great that you guys have these events for these kids, so they are exposed to it, like you said, because a lot of them just don't see it and haven't heard it, never even maybe heard an orchestra before or anything like that. So it is fantastic for you guys to put those on. We're about out of time, but I would like to get you to mention your website, if you could, please, where people can get tickets to all of your great events.
All tickets are available at www.sinfoniagulfcoast.org, and the box office is 850-460-8800.
And Cam, real quick, you know, one of the things about putting on all these events is it takes volunteers.
Sure,
So
yeah,
if there's anyone out there that would like to help make this all happen, I look forward to meeting them.
Absolutely. Contact you guys at that same number.
Absolutely,
Perfect. Thank you both so much
Thank
for coming
you.
on the show today. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Stay with us. When we come back, we'll be joined by the city of Fort Walton Beach.
Thanks for watching Across the Gulf Coast. Join us next month when we highlight more organizations, events, and people from around our local community.